Well, good afternoon. I want to thank all of you for being here. I want to thank Representative Houston Gaines of Athens for joining me, as well as the many other members of House leadership that are here. I know we have a busy afternoon, all of us, so we will try to be brief and concise, but we have an exciting announcement to share with you and the people of Georgia today. But before I do that, I want to provide a little context. Last July, we announced a new benefit for employees of the House of Representatives, paid parental leave. This new paid parental leave policy provides for 3 weeks of paid leave upon the birth, adoption, or foster care placement of a new child. The benefit, which went into effect in January, applies to parents of either gender and is in addition to any accrued leave time. We did this for 2 primary reasons. First, we in the House believe in a culture of life in Georgia. That includes family time, giving families time to welcome their new additions into their homes. Second, we want to attract and retain the highest quality employees to serve Georgia citizens. We hope this new benefit shows our commitment to an appropriate work-life balance in today's competitive job market. In the intervening months since we announced this new policy, 2 exciting things have happened. Our friends over in the Senate liked our idea so much, they copied it, and working together, we have now extended it to every General Assembly employee. And just this past December, President Trump signed into law a new policy extending paid parental leave to some 2.1 million federal civil servants. And I want to say that I appreciate the President's leadership and the great work of Ivanka Trump to advance this important issue. All of that brings us up to today. So with that, let me introduce to you Representative Houston Gaines, who has filed an exciting piece of legislation here in the Georgia House today. Representative Gaines.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you for your leadership on this important issue. As the Speaker said, the General Assembly has already ensured its employees have access to paid parental leave. We must remain competitive with the private sector and keep our best and brightest employees. Other states are beginning to offer this benefit, and as the Speaker said, President Trump and Ivanka Trump have led on this issue at the federal level, offering paid parental leave for all federal employees. Today, we introduced legislation in the House to ensure that every state employee has access to paid parental leave. Today's legislation will ensure 3 weeks of paid parental leave for all state employees. This would apply to approximately 246,000 state workers in Georgia, including 132,000 educators, 46,000 employees of the University System of Georgia, and 60,000 other state employees. I'm especially proud to be carrying this legislation today because of my hometown, Athens. With the University of Georgia, our local school systems, and thousands of other state employees, this legislation is going to directly impact the lives of so many constituents who are starting families in my district. I look forward to working with our colleagues in the House and the Senate and getting this bill moved forward to Governor Kemp's desk over the next couple of weeks. Thank you so much, and we're happy to answer any questions.
Any questions?
July 1st.
Is there a fiscal note on it?
We don't anticipate much of a financial impact except for employees at the end of their term of service with the state, and so we don't anticipate a significant financial impact.
Any plans in the works for a broader bill that would extend this to all employees in Georgia, not just public employees?
Today's bill just deals with state employees.
Just to clarify, would this apply to full-time only or also part-time?
It would apply to full-time and then also hourly employees after they've reached a certain number of hours working for the state.
How did you get to 3 hours?
3 weeks. Well, we felt like that was a great place to start, and feel like it's current law doesn't offer any sort of paid leave, and so we feel like this is a really great place to start. That's going to be a great benefit for employees across the state.
When we did the policy in the House back in the summer, we looked at what some of the major employers here in Georgia were doing, such as Home Depot and Coca-Cola and others, and so the 3 weeks was borrowed from their model.
So this focuses on public employees, but do you hope more private industry players will take note of the policy?
We hope so. Obviously, our goal is not to dictate to the private sector what they should be doing, because that's not consistent, I think, with what any of us up here agree with. But hopefully they will draw inspiration from this, because it does cover all public employees here in Georgia.
Do we know if any current full-time employees of the state get any kind of maternity or parental benefit at this point, or do you know employees here?
I'm sorry, could you?
Is there any existing like maternity or parental leave policy for any state employees, or at this point?
The only part of law is federal law that is 12 weeks unpaid, but there's nothing in law that has any sort of paid parental leave.
Can you talk a little bit more about what you're hoping to inspire with this legislation, why it's important, who you think will be taking this benefit, and why the state needs to do it now?
Well, I hope that it will inspire small businesses to emulate this without being made to do it. You know, we think it's a good policy. It's a good pro-family policy to allow time for a family after birth or adoption or foster care placement to have some really critical time at the beginning with their new one or new ones, I guess, in multiple twins. So I think it's just a good policy that is friendly to families and enhances what we call the culture of life here in the house that we're sort of creating or fostering.
Final question. Is this for any families, same-sex families, all that, everybody?
As long as they're qualified as a public employee.
Of the state.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.